We're heading to Happy Valley on a Wednesday night for a 9-race programme. Really strong lineup as well. A couple of interesting first starters and an absolute cracker as far as the feature race is concerned. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Welcome to Racing to Win. I'm joined here in the studio by our form analyst in Paul Lally and race caller Mark McNamara as well. Mark, and tell me who won't win the feature. Everyone's got a chance, haven't they?
Absolutely. It's a really good field. It is the Japan Racing Association Trophy. Andrew Telecom Fighters comes back to his 1650. Happy hunting. Ground the Rock was really good on the all-weather last time, and it's a very, very long tail. It
certainly is. A few regulars back to the scene of their crimes. Far we got going around the last month. Paul, and a couple of decent jackpots as well.
Yeah, a couple of good ones here. 1.9 going into the triple trio, so that's a pretty good one there, and also 800,000 going up to the six-up win bonus. So two really good jackpots to get your teeth into.
All right, well, as we come into meeting number 20 of the season, thought it was a good opportunity just to pause and take stock of what's happening in the Trainers' Championship at the Mark. Very top at the top, tight at the top, I'd say. David Hayes off to a fly. Frankie Law's leapfrogged him. Danny Shum, actually Manfred Mann is equal with 12 winners as well, and then just below them, we've got Francis Law and John Size with double on the weekend. He moves on to 11 as well.
Yeah, he's really snuck up John Size quickly, hasn't he? Frankie Law had a quietish start to the season. Took him 13 or 14 runners before he got his first win, but just in the last month and a half, 8 weeks, Paul, he's really just sprung to life, the Frankie Law stable.
He has, and he's got a couple of good chances on Wednesday night as well, I thought. Yeah, you can just see John Size lurking there, can't you, with the just below that. He's just starting to slowly gather momentum as well.
Yeah, long way to go. You can see the table already starting to take shape. So before we get into Wednesday night's programme, Mark was out at track work on Tuesday morning to catch up with our leading trainer at the moment. That was Frankie Law.
Onto the stable, and you've raced to the top of the premiership, so it's been a really good couple of months for you.
Yeah, but at this moment it's still early, but still try hard because, I always said if the horse are healthy, we can have a good result. It depends by the horses.
65 wins last season. Were you happy with how your stable was leading into this campaign?
I always said, because I already have 3 times 65, I still always try to break my record, but you need to try hard.
Is winning the championship something that Frankie Law thinks about, or you just let the horses win the races and let the numbers do the talking?
I think everyone, every trainer wants to get the champion, but also really try really hard for that penmanship. Yeah.
Horses like Far Far, Savvy Kingman, Infinite Power, Zhang Ying, all racing really well. What about the unraced horses in the stable? Have you got many of them coming through?
Yes, I have one race on coming Sunday. He trialled 3 times. He trialled good. I hope he can win a good race.
No, he's not going to tell us. On Point is the horse's name. He lines up in the Class 4, but yeah, interviewing 101, should have asked him the name of the horse.
On Point's the name of the horse, but he's also got Master 8 going around on the weekend as well. But interestingly, dropping back to 1,000 metres.
Yeah, he's going back to 1,000, and Nervous Witness is going to back up. So it's going to be a good little match race. Well, it's not. You never say it's a match race, but they'll be the 2 main chances.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these are his runners on Wednesday night. Solar Waiwai goes round in the feature, but there is Far Mark at the bottom. He's 4 from 5 course and distance. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely flying, and we'll hear from Frankie shortly about what the plans might be for Far, but I know you've been a big fan of him, Paul.
Yeah, and he just keeps improving, doesn't he? You know, and he's only up 4 pounds from his last one, and of course you got the DB Manulife Challenge, and he's up there in the leaderboard as well.
Yeah, well, if he places, he'll jump to the top of that, and he'd be really interesting, I think, if he were to head towards the 4-year-old series. We'll get Wednesday night out of the way first, of course, with him. All right, so let's start to concentrate on the Wednesday night's programme, which is meeting number 20 of the season. 9 races, features race number 7. We are on the C course with the first race, a Class 5 of the 1,200 metres. We're looking at races 6 and 7, the JRA Trophy, race number 7 over the 1,650. We're 8 and 9, strong ones as well. Now, we've got a horse out of race number 6, in actual fact, Triple, replaced by Astrologer, who made his debut the other week. Keith Young will be in the saddle there for Douglas Whites. Harmony Fire heads the field here, a 3-time winner over course and distance here at Happy Valley. Run up to Harmony and Blessed last time out. Resolute coming out of that race as well. He finished midfield there. Decisive 12-1 first up this season. Down the field on his next 2 though. Metro Warrior first up for the campaign. Escape Routes makes his Hong Kong debut for John Size and Joe Moreira. Heart Conquered got a good course and distance record without actually winning, but a good place record. Propice for Casper fans, Lex Biddell off the inside. An amazing Rocky, close to a class drop here off a mark of 60, but he's eligible for a class drop in actual fact, isn't he, off a mark of 60, but they take the light weights. OK, so let's start off with the speed map, as we always do. Good to fast, we're saying here, Mark, so a bit of competition for the front.
Absolutely, and there's a stack of leaders here. Decisive 12, Harmony Fire, Amazing Rocky on the speed map go forward, but it doesn't stop there, Paul, because Heart Conquered slid up in the past. Even Magic Phoenix is showing good pace in his couple of outings. He has faded late in them. And of course, more noted at Sha Tin, but Goodview Clarico's raced on the speed at the outside rail.
Yeah, and Can't Stop the Feeling has drawn the inside of all these three horses, and he's got a bit of pace as well, so he might just kick up and make it hard for them. I think they'll eventually cross him, but he just might make them have to work a little bit stronger as well.
Just wonder about Decisive 12, because he has been leading and not finding the line, if they might try and ride him with a bit of cover this week.
OK, well, we'll have a look at Decisive 12 as well in a second. Let's start off with Harmony Fire, though. Our top weight, Zach Purton rides in, but he's trained by Douglas White.
Douglas, Harmony Fire doesn't know the meaning of the word bad race.
No, he doesn't. You'd love to have a couple of handfuls of him in your yard. He's a real, honest, hard-trying individual, and he's never set a foot wrong since he stepped in the yard.
So he's always impressed you from day one?
He has. I think if he was a hand higher, he'd certainly be a Class 1 horse, but he's a little bit restricted from that point of view, but where he makes up for it is with his heart.
And he can make his own luck with that heart too. He's been good enough to overcome bad barriers in his career too.
Yeah, he's got tactical gate speed. He puts himself in a position that affords him to stay out of trouble, and that's a good asset to have at the Valley.
What about this week? He does go to 133 pounds, and as you said, he's not a massive horse. Is there any concerns around that for you?
Oh, there's always a concern with a horse like him, but you know, he's consistent, so he's paying the price for it.
You're the man to ask. Has his work been good? Because you've ridden him plenty in track work.
Yeah, look, I do love him. He's one of my favourites, and he certainly does impress in the morning. I wouldn't say he's improved, but I'd say he's held his form, which should be good enough.
Looking on to the weekend, yeah, line up stronger after a great finish in the Premier Bowl last time.
Yeah, look, he's a horse that's just generally improved the longer he's been in my stable, and I think the trial that Vincent gave him last week was very impressive. He hit the line well. He's in a good picture of health, and he's in a good frame of mind.
Yeah, looking forward to the weekend. Of course, they've got Russian Emperor as well in one of the trials. Never worse than... Has he run fourth? Never worse than third. Yeah, fourth a couple of times. Never been out of the top four, though, Mark.
He's just so honest. He's drawn barrier number 7. The cheek pieces go on for the first time. He'll be really happy not to see Harmony and Bliss this week, Paul, because he keeps just running a narrow either second or third to him.
Yeah, he's always one of the first on the team sheet for your numbers, isn't he? He's so consistent. He's just getting up in the weights, and you could hear Douglas was a little bit concerned there, just 133.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting, wouldn't it, at the bottom of Class 2. Let's have a look at Decisive 12, though, Paul. Now, this is his win first up this season. You thought, well, here we go, he might run a sequence up now.
Yeah, I was on it. I really liked him this day, and then he did this, and I thought, oh, wow, this horse is going to go on with it now. He had some really good form prior to that leading into it, and he's just really disappointed the last couple of starts. I forgave him after the second one, but then the third one was bad as well. Just sort of gone backwards, I thought.
He has. He's put weight on too since that when he carried, or he was 144 pounds. Start again, 1,144 pounds when he won that race. He was 1169 leading to this, but he just hasn't been finding the line. He's been having good enough runs in front. Has 130 pounds on his back, so he drops a couple in weight, Paul. But from the horse we just saw to this one, he's just gone backwards.
He has, hasn't he? And look, maybe they will ride him different because there is a lot of pace in this race, but look, if he gets taken on in front, you can see something similar happening on Wednesday night.
OK, so question marks regarding Decisive 12. What about Propice here, Paul? I thought he stayed on OK. He got Amazing Rocky and Heart Conquered, who's generally quite consistent, not his best ever here.
No, and I quite like this horse because he does come in with a lightish weight. Propice, he's 122 pounds. He's got barrier number 1, so he might be just a little bit place closeness. He's going to get a lot of pace in the race. When he did win in Australia, he was produced late, and when he did come through, he won really nicely. So Look, he's been here now for 4 starts. I think he's acclimatised well.
He's going the right way. Didn't have him in this week. Going to forgive Hart Concord on that run. He's a lot better than that.
OK, let's head to the trials and have a look at Metro Warrior, Mark, who's first up for the season. And this is the debutant, Escape Route.
And he's well back there, Escape Route. He's had the 2 trials, the 7th behind Wellington and the 4th behind Flying Ace. This is the Wellington trial. Going to give Metro Warrior a show here. He's done nothing so far at Happy Valley. 4 starts for nothing, and he's drawn wide, but with a lot of pace in the race, Paul. I just thought he might be able to slot in. He was under a nice hold here.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? Yeah, the thing that did put me off was that Happy Valley record. I like him down the straight 1,000 the source. I think some of his best races have been down there at Sharton.
And that was Cofield up the inside in that trial as well. He ran a super race on debut. I think he finished 3rd, didn't he, on Sunday. So good race this one, Paul, with Harmony and Fire the favourite. Yeah,
look, he's definitely in there. I'm going to put him in as a Quinella horse. I just think there's a bit of upside about Pro Peace from barrier number 1. So he's going to go on top. He comes in with 122 versus 133 for Harmony Fire, and should get a nice run from barrier 1. Alexi Bedell aboard. So he's on top from Harmony Fire. Resolute, he's got barrier 3. I think he's going to get a run just in behind the pace. Strong win from him. A couple of starts. He won those 2 in a row. A little bit disappointing last couple, but he did get shuffled back. So I just want to give him another chance. And can't stop the feeling. Look, he's a course and distance winner. He comes in with the lightweight, and he's got inside draw as well. I just think he might make those other horses work. So I thought he could stay on for 4th. 9, 1, 2 and 11.
Go with Harmony Fire. Don't like the fact he's got 133 pounds, but you know what you'll get with him. He'll go down swinging if he gets beaten. He'll put in, he'll try hard. Hart Concord is so much better than 8th behind Keep You Warm. He was placed behind Harmony and Bless 2 starts ago, and Resolute, and Harmony Fire has form out of that race to actually beat Harmony Fire home 2 starts ago. Resolute to run 3rd, and Metro Warrior, if he can slot in. Thought the trial was good, and as you said, Andrew Cofield has come out of that trial and raced well since. Expect Wellington mod on the weekend too. 1, 8, 2 and 4.
I actually see it the same way as Paul here. 9 and 1 is my cue. I think there might be more to come with Propeace, and getting the weight off Harmony Fire won't hurt either. Right, that's race number 6. After the break, we're looking at the feature, race 7, the Japan Racing Association Trophy, plus all the best bets. That's still to come. The Bank of China Hong Kong Race Day. Return of the Horse of the Year, Golden 60, as he endeavours to win his 18th race. Our Group 1 sprinters duel for supremacy. Champion stayer Panfield attempts back-to-back wins this season. The sprint, the mile, the cup. Don't miss the 3 major HKIR trial races on November the 21st at Sha Tin. That's coming up on Sunday. If we've got time at the end of the show, we'll talk about the 3 big ones. But yeah, fantastic day to look forward to on Sunday with the group races, final local trials heading into HKIR. This is our feature race, though, the Japan Racing Association Trophy. Class 2, 1650. Here's the lineup. The Rock Telecom Fighters, 4-time course and distance winner. Sava Quinn won twice course and distance. Solar, Waiwa, Kildini, Sunshine Warrior, all behind Telecom Fighters last start, or the start before. Beluga up in class, as is Chang Cheng Prince, having won his last 2 on the all-weather. And then Sunny Star, Alexi Bedell, will bounce from barrier number 8. We'll start off, as always, with the speed map for this one, Mark. We went good to fast with our first race, good to slow, we're saying here. So how do they stack up? We've
got Bear again going forward, and we saw him lead last time, Paul. And Solar Waiwai is not going to be in a bad spot because he's got that habit, Bear again, of in the straight he wants to wander up the track. We know Telecom Fighters likes to go forward too. And Cheng Cheng Prince is going to get a much better run this week. Yeah, he should get a nice run. Beluga as well wouldn't be too far away. I think that's pretty well spot on. I can't really see anyone that's going to change their pattern here, so I think Bear again will lead. OK, all right, we'll get straight into the key races here then. Or we'll start before we have a look at some of the races. Let's start off with Sunny Star and hear from his jockey, Alexi Bedell.
Alexi, really good finish from Sunny Star last time. Did the mid-race pace just leave him a little flat-footed up the hill?
Yes, probably. You know, he's getting more mature and more relaxed. I think he comes back to a very suitable distance for him, 1650. Last time I didn't have the speed to come across because the pace was quite good early. And finally we slowed down too much someone took off very early, so it was a bit of a mess. So I decided to leave my horse alone, give him a chance, and I went on the inside, and he did responded very well in the last. Yeah.
Sorry, Lexi, he's taken a liking to Happy Valley, just loves racing around there on a Wednesday night and just looks a real little trier of a racehorse.
Yes. He's a lovely horse. He tries very hard. Happy Valley 1650 is a very good trip for him. He doesn't have he hasn't got the best draw for this occasion, but I believe he can finish well.
Barrier number 8 this week, so you'll just come out of the gate and play it by ear about what you'll do from there?
Yeah, see what the pace look like, but I believe it's going to be a lot of speed in the race. I'm not sure how fast they're going to go, but there's quite fast horses in the field. So I will probably have to find some cover somewhere comfortable and see how we can finish.
He's one of. They've all got chances, haven't they? Let's have a look at somebody starting off with him again. In actual fact, Sunny Star here. Paul, he's back in the field here in the green jacket, eventually finishing 4th. Sabaquin's the other one in the race, just missing, as it turns out, behind Zabrowski. What are your thoughts on these two?
Yeah, look, I do like Sunny Star. I put him in the numbers. He'll get back again from his barrier number 8, but he does like it here at Happy Valley. He comes in on the lightweight, 117 pounds in this particular contest. You can see him get out wide there and finish off strongly. Now, the early run there from Savaquin, he stayed on nicely there for 2nd. So from barrier 4, Chad will jump aboard now. We'll see what tactics they impose here.
Yeah, I've got both of them. I think Zabrowski's going to be a really nice horse here in Hong Kong. He's just improved all of the time, and it's taken his natural ability to undo Savaquin, who was a brilliant ride from Joe. Sunny Star back to the 1650, as Alexi alluded to in that interview. He's never finished worse than 4th over this trip, and he's been beaten 2 lengths there, but it was a strangely run race when they took off up the hill. Yeah,
I see Zabrowski in the entries this weekend, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. All right, onto the all-weather. So different surface here, but the Rock won't mind coming back onto the turf. He's finishing 2nd here. Telecom Fighters runs in 3rd, and then Red Desert's Mark finishing in 5th place behind a very impressive King's Shield this night.
I think I'd be happy to wait for Red Desert to go back to the all-weather. The Rock has the pacifiers off, but does go up £6 for this 2nd behind King's Shield. Telecom Fighters, this was his first look at the all-weather, Paul, and I know he's been beaten home by the Rock, but he comes back to a track that he's won 4 from 8 at, loves the 1650, does have to carry 131, so he's up £6 for this 3rd as well.
Yeah, look, it was a nice run, and I think he is, as you say, better at Happy Valley. The Rock hasn't won at the Valley, but he has been placed a couple of times, so, he's not. I'm not anti him on that coming to the Valley.
All right, now this is Telecom Fighters when he won the start before. He was very impressive doing so, but the horses behind him, Sunshine Warrior finishing in 2nd place. We've got Solar YY in 3rd. Kildini, it's only his 2nd start in Hong Kong, runs 4th, and Savaquin, not his best effort, obviously improved off this, finishing in 11th, but they're all much, much better off at the weights this time round.
Yeah, definitely, and like £9 better, for example, for Sunshine Warrior, who did run 2nd. So this he ran over 14 last time. So coming back to the 1650 looks really good for Sunshine Warrior. So, I mean, Telecom Fighters did win fair and square and win easy, but he has been penalised for it. So that's why I thought Sunshine Warrior could probably run just a little bit better.
I had him in the top 4 too, Sunshine Warrior. Good record, loves the 1650 around Happy Valley.
Yeah, 4 from 8 course and distance, only once missed the top 4. So that looks good as far as he's concerned. Looks good for Chang Cheng Prince as well. What a roll he's on. You mentioned about the speed map, Mark, not getting he'll get a better run, but I wonder if he just likes to be out there and rolling as well.
Maybe he does. He switched to the all-weather too, Andrew, being an American bred, and he's been able to flourish on the all-weather. Despite drawing 1, Paul, my concern is he's had 3 runs this time in. They've all been really tough, and you can only go to the well so many times before it starts to take its toll.
Yeah, look, he's only had 1 go at Happy Valley. He didn't place on that occasion, but the horse is in good form at the moment. He is a tough horse, and he did win them in a row as a Griffin as well. He did win a couple there.
I think he's an interesting horse, but again, I think they've all got some sort of chances. It's very difficult to rule one particular horse out. Sunshine Warrior is the favourite at this stage, Paul.
Got him in for 2nd. I'm going to go with Beluga on top. Now, Beluga did win a trial at Happy Valley. It was a long time ago when he did win the trial. He's coming here under race day for the first time. But the one thing I really like is his 2nd up record. He's unbeaten 2nd up. He's 2 from 2. So he comes in with a lightish weight. So I think he can sit just behind this pace. So he's on top. Sunshine Warrior for 2nd. Telecom Fighters for 3rd, and Sunny Star. We've all talked a lot about those 3. 9, 7, 2 and 11.
Telecom Fighters is going to have to carry more weight than he ever has to victory, but he's absolutely flying. 127, the previous highest weight he's carried. 131 he will have on his back on Wednesday night. 4-time 1650 metre winner. and he goes on top. Sunny Star beautifully light-weighted over the 1650 with the 117. Savaquin was so good in defeat last time, and Sunshine Worry just loves this course and distance. 2, 11, 4 and 7.
Anything could win. I'll stick with Kildini as my each-way play last time out. 9 races on the programme. Paul, what are the highlights?
Yeah, look, earlier on in the card, we've seen a couple of horses downgraded. Split of a second, I think, can run quite well. Universal Go-Go, thought he ran a really good race. He could be one for odds earlier in the card. Red Impact, another horse who was very unlucky at his last start as well. Towards the back end of the card, really like California Sybil and Far Far. I think they'll both be favourites, but I think they're going to be tough to beat.
Don't forget to go to the website, so the audio-video section there for the individual previews of each and every race. But of those 9, Paul, who was the best?
Well, I like Far Far. Look, he's won his last 3 in a row and 4 of his last 5. The horse is going really well at the moment, so I think he can win again. He keeps improving. So Far Far's on top for me is the best. And Universal Go-Go finished alongside Prance Dragon in his last start, who came out and won. He's well-rated horse and he's going nicely. Should be a good price in race 3. The play in race 8, the QQP 1, 2 and 5 is Quinella placed there, mate.
Oh, take your 5 off that QQP, Paul. California Sybil and make it the best bet. Tony Cruz, Joe Moreira, 3 starts for 2 placings. The last one was at Happy Valley. He had a wide draw at that second start where he did fail. Villa Fillon doesn't normally race well over the 1800, but he has improved for 3 runs this time in, off a rating of 53, which he's won it before in the last. Quinella, 2 Far and 10, the anomaly.
Best for me, Good Beauty, up in trip here. Actually flew home over the 1,000 last time. He's close to a class drop and probably appreciate it, but I think he might be good enough here. In race 3, Real Hail Mary, Team Good Luck, hasn't placed in 5, but a super trial recently. Thought looked good. So race 3, number 10, the QQP 4, 8 and 9 in race number 2. There you go, that's Happy Valley then on Wednesday night, but really looking forward to Sunday's programme, Mark. Banker China Day, the 3 trials, of course the return of Golden 60, but also in the sprinters, Wellington and last year's champion sprinter, Hocking Prawn.
Absolutely great clash coming up there. The mile looks a certainty for Golden 60 and Panfield should win the Cup.
Yeah, it's all looking good there in the undercard. Looks good
done.
as well. It's all done, isn't it? The undercard looks good as well with Nervous Witness versus Master 8.
Back, yeah, again over the 1,000 metres. Yeah. So, yeah, super lineup. That's all on Sunday. Final local major lead-up to HKIR, second Sunday in December. That's the show, though. Hopefully see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We will be racing to win.